Hi, I'm Michael Powers, one of the founding partners of Stellar Solar, and one of the questions we get all the time on the internet is people really wanting to know what does it cost to go solar in San Diego? What's the latest information that we can give you? Now, a couple ways to answer that question, but the way that I like to answer it, what does it cost if you don't go solar? You know, what are you currently spending right now? Because I think a lot of times people don't really stop to think about that. Just to give you an example, you know, there's a very high cost to doing nothing. And not going solar, even if you're only spending $100 a month right now on your electric bill, you know, times 12 months, that's $1,200 a year. If you're in your house 10 years, times 10, that's $12,000 with SDG&E. If there's an inflation factor of 5% or they raise their rates like they did 11% last year, just a 5% increase takes that $12,000 up to $15,000. So the high cost of doing nothing and not going solar in San Diego, even if your bill's only $100 a month, is 15 grand. And if I had the cash, I'd light it on fire and see what it looks like when all that money goes up in smoke, because at the end of the 10 years, what do you have to show for it? You just get to do it again for 10 more years. So if the average cost right now for a lot of homes in San Diego is closer to $150 a month, times 12 months, that's $1,800, times 10 years, that's $18,000, and 5% inflation now is over $22,600. That's what electricity costs for 10 years in San Diego if you don't have solar. Most people that we deal with have a bill closer to $200 a month. Same math, times 12 months is $2,400 in a year, times 10 years is $24,000. With a 5% inflation, that's 30 grand. So the high cost of doing nothing and not going solar means that you're $30,000 out of pocket just in 10 years. And let's face it, SDG&E's rates sometimes go up a lot faster than 5%, so it could be much more expensive than that. What does it cost to go solar in San Diego? The quickest, easiest way to answer is for about what you're going to spend in the next 5 to 6 years with SDG&E to buy their electricity. You could own a solar electric system, have it on your roof, and at the end of 5 to 6 years, you're clean, you've paid for the solar. The bank says, don't send us any more money. SDG&E never says that. And then for the next 20 years, your electricity is free. Plus, if you go to sell your home, you're going to get more money back, you get to recoup your investment. What other thing can you buy, what other home improvement that actually gives you that kind of return on investment, as while you're also helping to save the planet and fight climate change? So the high cost of doing nothing is much worse than going solar and doing it right now, because there's never been a better time to go solar.